Hey there, this is Teacher Podcast episode 342. Learn English with Toy Story 5. I knew it. I knew you. You read English, you understand English, you've been learning for years. But when it's time to speak, your mind just freezes and the words don't come out. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. My name's Ola and this is Teacher Podcast. I'm here to help you finally speak out loud. This isn't about perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary. This is about your voice, your words, your real English. Today we're going to learn some really useful phrases from a song. These lyrics are from the newest Toy Story 5 movie, and since it's just come out, I thought it would be a great opportunity to look at some natural expressions and talk about how we actually use them in everyday conversations. And before we start, I want to remind you that if you want to work on your English with me, you can join my 5-week program. It's called Voice Loop, and in this program you practice with me on WhatsApp every day, and I give you detailed feedback on your pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, and your English in general, because we exchange daily voice messages. And also we meet once a week for 5 live sessions where we practice and improve step by step. And the best part is we do it in a small group. So much fun. Enrollment is open right now, and if you want to test my method for free, you can do it at teacherola.com/test. teacherola.com/test. Now, let's get into today's phrases. The first one is, I memorized the sound of your barefoot steps. Beautiful line, by the way. I memorized the sound of your barefoot steps. So let's focus on the word memorize, because that is really useful. To memorize something means to learn something so well that you can remember it without looking, right? And you put something in your memory, let's say. Let me show you some examples. Listen carefully. Don't worry, you will also practice these phrases, but later on, so stay with me till the end of the episode. Let's go. I memorized her phone number. I'm trying to memorize these new words. She memorized the whole speech before the presentation. If you memorize these phrases, speaking will become easier. Notice that we usually memorize something specific, right? Like a number, a text, a speech, some words, some numbers, some information. Now, let's move on to the next phrase. I remembered I loved you. I remembered I loved you. So here the important word is remembered. Remembered. Sometimes we forget something, of course, like on the daily, and then suddenly it comes back to us. We realize, oh yes, now I remember. Now I remember. For example, and here again, I have 4 sentences, so just relax, take a deep breath and listen. Just listen. Let this verb sink in. I forgot his name, but then I remembered it. I suddenly remembered where I left my keys. She remembered she had already seen that film. I didn't remember at first, but then it came back to me. Man, it's been a while. Man, it's been a while. This is a very natural phrase. Very, very important to know this and understand. And being able to use it is even more important. So if you haven't seen someone for a long time, you can say, it's been a while. Wow, it's been a while. When you meet someone, an old friend, a colleague, or someone you haven't talked to recently, this is perfect phrase. And here I have some other similar phrases you can use the same way. Long time no see. Long time no see. It's been ages. It's been ages. Or I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't seen you in forever. Or it's been so long. It's been so long. And again, the original from the song, it's been a while. It's been a while. But I knew it. I knew you. But I knew it. I knew you. So the verb know is tricky because it changes. It's an irregular verb. Know, knew, known. Let's practice these three forms of the verb in three different sentences. I mean, the sentence is similar, but the form of the verb changes. So first, the present. I know the answer. I know the answer. The past. I knew the answer yesterday. I knew the answer yesterday. And present perfect. I have known him for years. I have known him for years. And let me give you some other everyday examples with the word specifically with the past form knew, because this one gets forgotten. Knew. I knew it, obviously. I knew it. So you can use it when something happens and you were right, obviously. I knew it. Nobody likes people who say it. So use it. And then she knew exactly what to do. She knew exactly what to do. And the last one, he knew my name. He knew my name. And now the last phrase, but now you look me in the eye. But now you look me in the eye. To look someone in the eye means to look directly at someone, usually when you are being honest or serious. Let me give you 4 examples. So again, relax and listen. For example, he looked me in the eye and told me the truth. She couldn't look me in the eye. Look me in the eye and say that again. He looked me in the eye and said, I trust you. Okay, these small phrases are everywhere in everyday English, so try to use them in your own sentences. If you feel you need it, listen to this episode again, but not now, not just yet. Now it's time for the practical part. So this is the moment when we actually practice these sentences and make them part of your active English. And please, I really want you to speak out loud. Don't just read these sentences silently from transcript. Don't say them under your breath, gdzieś tam pod nosem, under your breath. Don't just repeat them in your head. That doesn't count. Your brain needs to hear you speaking, and your mouth needs to practice these sounds. Your muscles need to practice. You need to train those speaking muscles, okay? Okay. Repeat after me. Let's practice 10 sentences together. Let's go. I memorized her phone number. I memorized her phone number. If you memorize these phrases, speaking will become easier. If you memorize these phrases, speaking will become easier. I forgot his name, but then I remembered it. I forgot his name, but then I remembered it. She remembered she had already seen that film. She remembered she had already seen that film. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been so long. It's been so long. I knew the answer yesterday. I knew the answer yesterday. I have known him for years. I have known him for years. I knew it. I knew it. He looked me in the eye and told me the truth. He looked me in the eye and told me the truth. Great job! Keep practicing because speaking gets easier when you actually speak. Well done! Before you go, don't forget to head over to teacherola.com/342 and download the free worksheet that goes with this episode. It'll help you memorize all these phrases. Today, we looked at 5 really useful phrases from the new Toy Story 5 song and learned how to use them in everyday English. So we have memorize, when you learn something so well that you can remember it, memorize. Then we have remember, when something comes back to you after you forgot it. For example, so this is the occasion to use it, but it's not the only one. Remember, I remembered my PIN number suddenly. It's been a while. It's a natural phrase when you haven't seen someone for a long time. It's been a while. Next, know, knew, known. 3 forms of this important verb. I knew it. Remember this one. I knew it. And the last one, look someone in the eye. When you look directly at someone, usually showing that you are honest and confident. Look somebody in the eye. But remember, learning phrases like this in this podcast, this is still passive. I know you repeated the phrases with me out loud. Speaking to yourself is great. Repeating phrases is also awesome. You practice your muscles, you train your muscles, you practice the phrases, you get familiar with the sound of your voice in another language, and that's beautiful. But this is only one step. This is the first step. Speaking becomes easier when you actually speak. That's why I created my method in my 5-week program. We don't just learn English passively. We actually don't learn passively at all. We only use English. So it works like this. You send me voice messages every day. I listen to you carefully and I give you detailed feedback on your English. Plus, we meet once a week for a live session where we practice even more. Because a few minutes of active speaking every day can change much more than hours of watching, reading, using apps. You name it, learning passively will never get you to fluency. So, you already know a lot of English. Now it's time to start using it. If you want to test my method, I'm waiting for you at teacherola.com/test, teacherola.com/test. Come and try it for free. I'd love to work with you. Thank you so much for listening. Stay fearless, take care, and say it out loud. I love you. I believe in you, and I know you are ready to speak English. I'm your teacher, Teacher Ola, and you've been listening to Teacher Ola Podcast. Bye for now!